Okay, now we're gonna try this again. Alright, we're gonna give this a couple minutes to see if we get in here. Hopefully, this time I can do it without throwing my phone and making a giant headache. Doing some live casting today. We've got this delay is gonna drive me nuts. So the first thing we're casting is we've got a bunch of these little crushed seashell fragments that we cast inside some of the resin burl and one of the fake resin corals. We're gonna make a blank out of those. See how that works out. It could blow up, but who knows. This is the first time I've ever streamed live on YouTube, so if it ends up being a mess, forgive me. Looks like we got one person in here. Let's see if I can raise this up a bit. There we go. Alright, so we're casting with Alumilite slow. And it's a little warm, so hopefully this goes better than the Instagram video we did. write how much is in each one of these on the cups, because if not, I'll get going and forget. Because it's so warm in here, we're going to mix our colors before we mix in our part B. So we got the seashells with the coral design. We're going to go with some ocean colors. Now, if you want it to stay transparent, the goal with this is just to have that hint of blue with still be able to see through it. So, trying to do that, even one drop is too much. Mix this up. Some nice light blue. Kind of ticked off about these mixing sticks. I went to a craft store here. Usually I just order a big box of tongue depressors and use those. I went to the craft store and the picture on the box shows a lot wider sticks than these actually are. And I opened it up and got these tiny little skinny things. This is what I'm used to. This is what I got. So aside from the more translucent blue there, the rest of these are all Caster's Choice. This is their teal. All right. Pot's ready to go. it's more than 80 degrees in here, which means after we have this part B, we're not going to have a whole lot of time to mess around. Alright. Mix, mix, mix. See how bad off we are here. Right, real quick, it's already pushing 88 degrees. Alright, we got mixing time. We're at about 90 right now, so give them all a few more stirs. Light blue. We just pour right in here. Well, it's thinner, so it gets down into the crevices on this resin brain coral. Now it's time for the air to get out of there. So we're gonna First, this is our pen blank with the resin burl sections that have the crushed up seashells in them. All these fancy little Alumilite burl type things and the brain corals. A bunch of crazy stuff that we did with Jared over at Lizard Blinks a while back, and we pretty much just had them sitting around. Get those put down in the pot. Got some extra, so we way overcalculated the amount of resin we needed. Was a bad idea for me to handle these because I'm actually allergic to the silicone. But you get going and you don't think about that. Some pressure pot, and I'll be right back with you. We got a couple other ones. We're going to run this at 50 psi. You're going to the big pot, it takes a little bit longer to pressurize than our little one. We've got two people in here. I think I have the chat up. I don't think anybody's commented. Like I said, this is all new to me, so in a second for the air compressor to shut off. There we go. All right. So the seashells and the rest of this, I went down to pick up those stir sticks and went a little crazy in the craft store. So the other one we got here is some wooden beads that we found. They're a little smooth, so I'm kind of afraid they're going to fly out of the blank, but it's worth a shot. And then this one, which is already sold, but fake rose that we put on top of another piece of the resin burl there. And bottle stopper. So the rose is just going to be in clear so that you can still see it. I'm going to have a little fun with the wooden beads though. Let me find. I think I still have. Well, hopefully we're not really over on this pour. I have horrible memory, so I always just write how much red a party is in each one, so I don't forget. I don't have to do anything with that one. Alright, so we're going to go with one of my favorite little combos here. We got Midnight Purple, just a really cool dark high gloss purple, and lime green. I've got to do this for a while because I ran out of lime green, but luckily ordered it from Turner's Warehouse a couple days ago, and of course Chad got it out super quick as always. So I am restocked. Makes it a little too quick there. There's that Midnight Purple. got a little spoiled the other day with my Instagram live cast because I had a little mini-me with me, and I could make her stir. They're at Grandma and Grandpa's, and I think the odds of me getting my wife to come out here during a live video and stir anything are about slim to none. Alright. So equal part of part B by weight. Got to re-zero the scale between each one because there might be a little bit more powder in one than the other. And we don't want that affecting our mixture. Now with clear, you gotta really stir clear, because even if it sits right, if it's not quite stirred perfectly, you'll get little white streaks in your cast, and then it's pretty much junk. That's not good. Alright, bear with me for a second here. I overestimated the amount of space that stuff in the mold was taking up. Let it settle for a minute anyways. Stir these up. The nice thing with clear is we can always, it's a lot easier to top it off if you run a little short than it is with color casts. Then you gotta try to mix up a perfect match on the color. Now we're not going to get quite the color separation on this one, so I don't quite want to wait till 95. Or if I do, I'm just going to end up with all the holes in these beads hollow. Might fill those voids a bit better if we pour it a little bit earlier. Alright. The beads are floating, which I expected. That's why I put so many in there that way. Even with them floating up, there'll still be a decent amount in there. Into our small pot. Try to do. Nope, that's a bad idea. We're just gonna pressurize this and see how it comes out. Who knows? There we go. We'll give those a couple hours, or probably pull them right before bed tonight and see how they're looking, and then we will trim them up and see what we got. You can always check us out on Instagram, which is BMM_workshop. Or Facebook at BMN Workshop. Search Bearded Madman Workshop, it should pop up. Thank you for tuning in with us. I don't think anybody has any questions. I'm not seeing any comments, so. Oh, and apparently my oldest told me at the end of YouTube videos I'm supposed to say, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And we will see you soon with more fun stuff.